This video will show you how to add backfill in CADAM3D. Please note that backfills are only available for the gravity section and the intake section. It's not allowed to add backfills for the spillway and the gated spillway. So I'm going to click backfill here. I have for the gravity section the opportunity to add an upstream and a downstream backfill, but for the intake section you'll only have the option to add a downstream backfill. So I'm going to simply add a downstream backfill. I click enable. It activates the edit modify button, and then I click that button. I'm going to enlarge that window so to get a better view of the structure. The only option available right now is starting point. So the starting point is the most elevated point of the backfill that is in contact with my downstream side of my structure. So into those two segments here. So I'm going to click starting point. I'm going to put the elevation of 430 meter, which is around here, and I'll let CADAM compute the x coordinate corresponding to that elevation by clicking compute x from y. So it computes a 4 meter x location, which would be here, and then I click OK, and I have my starting point that is shown as a red dot here. And now I'm going to start doing some segments to define the perimeter of my backfill up to the point where it gets in contact with the downstream foundation. So I'm going to add a segment. I'll go by dx of 5, a linear segment. I'll add another segment with another 5 meter, but minus 5 into the y direction. Add another 4 meter horizontally here, and then from that point I'm going to close my perimeter to a certain x coordinate located onto the downstream foundation. Put it at 45 here. So now I have this backfill. I'm going to have to set up now my material properties. So by clicking this, you have this dialog window. It's giving you 4 types of methods that are available for the static stability analysis. You have the heart pressure at rest, maximize active heart pressure, min-max heart pressure, minimum support, and min-max heart pressure, maximum thrust. So by default, I'm going to use heart pressure at rest. The voluminal weight here is without water, so this is 19.12 kilonewton per cubic meter. So you have the coefficient K0, which is the heart pressure coefficient, the internal friction angle of 37 degrees. This you can set it up. And for the seismic part of the analysis, if you have water inside your backfill, then you should take care of the porosity, coefficient of permeability, and the angle of failure plane for seismic analysis. You will have more details about this into the user's manual when the user's manual in English is going to be available. So I click OK. I have set up my materials. Now I can consult my static forces. So if I click on any of the joints here, I can see the cut that is done here. So this is pretty much the polygon that is applying a weight and a force, and the resultant is shown here as R. So I'm going to enlarge this. So you have the resultants here at the base and the moment corresponding to this. So if I go over all my lift joints, I get those values. But these values will be available later as well into the results report. And I click OK, and I'm done with my backfill. So as you can see now, backfill is here. So you want to get rid of your backfill without deleting it. You just disable it like this, and it disappears. That ends that video.